Do you ever feel like something is wrong, but everyone around you acts like it's normal? You work, you pay, you follow the rules, you try to be responsible, and still, somehow, you feel behind. I used to think this meant I was doing something wrong. Maybe I wasn't working hard enough. Maybe I wasn't smart enough with money. Maybe everyone else understood life better than I did. So I trusted the system. I trusted the bank when it said I was approved. I trusted the school when it said this path would make me secure. I trusted the job market when it said my salary was fair. I trusted prices, ratings, experts, algorithms, and official-looking numbers. Because if something is everywhere, it must be true, right? But then you notice something strange. The system never asks if you are free. It asks if you can pay. It asks if you can keep working, keep borrowing, keep upgrading, keep comparing, keep consuming. And somehow, all of this is called normal life. That is the part nobody explains. You don't trust the system because you carefully studied it. This is called authority bias. Your brain is more likely to believe something when it comes from a source that looks official. A bank, a school, a government form, a company policy, a financial expert, a platform recommendation. Not because they are always right, but because your brain wants shortcuts. Questioning everything is exhausting. So your brain asks, who looks like they know what they're doing? What is everyone else accepting? What seems safe? And then it follows. This is why systems are so powerful. They don't need to control every decision. They only need to control what feels reasonable. Debt feels reasonable. Working until exhaustion feels reasonable. Buying things to look successful feels reasonable. Waiting decades for freedom feels reasonable. And once something feels reasonable, you stop seeing it as a choice. You see it as reality. But here is the uncomfortable truth. A system can be organized and still not be designed for your benefit. A system can be legal and still drain your life. A system can be popular and still keep people trapped. Because every system has incentives. Banks profit when you borrow. Platforms profit when you stay distracted. Brands profit when you feel incomplete. Employers profit when you confuse your productivity with your identity. And the system works best when you never ask who benefits. That is the real turning point. Not becoming paranoid, not rejecting everything, but learning to pause. When something is presented as normal, ask, normal for whom? When something is recommended, ask, recommended by who? When something feels obvious, ask, did I choose this, or was I trained to accept it? Because the strongest systems do not feel like control. They feel like common sense. And that is why most people never question them. They don't see a cage. They see a routine. Wake up, work, pay, scroll, compare, repeat. Until one day, they wonder why they feel tired inside a life they were told was success. But once you see the incentives, the spell breaks. You stop trusting things just because they look official. You stop confusing approval with safety. You stop confusing normal with good. And you start asking better questions. Not, what does the system want me to do? But, what gives me more freedom, clarity, and control? Because the goal is not to escape every system. The goal is to stop obeying systems blindly. If this video made you think differently, subscribe for more cinematic explanations about money, psychology, and the hidden systems shaping everyday life. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it.